So once we get that information, then we can get the signage planned out and the sizes and get some pricing and then go to the council and present. So,
Awesome. Moving along.
right.
Moving along. Moving backwards and now moving forwards,
Yes, there
right?
you go.
I like it. Well, thanks for the update on that. You guys are meeting again in a month, or
I'm sorry,
have you got the next meeting set?
it'll be the Monday before the board meeting.
Okay,
So,
whatever that is, yeah.
Whatever that is.
Any other questions on signage from anybody?
So it should be July 12th.
Okay.
Is that a good date for us still, the Monday before at 5?
I believe so.
Okay,
I can double check the calendar and let you know if there are any issues.
okay.
So before we go through this, I mean, I'm just trying to make sure we're not going through this whole charade and doing the same exact thing that just happened and spending however many months and then coming back to square one. What, is this advised? I mean, so do we just need to decide, hey, let's figure out how much this costs and get it into the budget for this next year? Or what do we need to do so we don't, do all this work, the committee, and then we can start over again? What's the recommended course of action on
Are we looking?
progressing towards the end?
Yeah. Are we looking to put into the next year's budget for this signage, or is it still another project down the road?
I would say I don't know where I would find the money this year to be honest.
Yeah, appreciate the honesty.
I can be pretty creative when looking at the budget, but I without knowing a number, I don't know where I would be pulling from. But if we can have a number, as I said earlier, we're just getting ready to start planning for next year's budget.
And when is that deadline to get that into that budget?
So within the next month, we will start talking about what projects or what new requests departments have, so that we can start plugging those in.
Right.
And then we adopt the town budget, which Parks is included in that, I'll say October is when that gets adopted
Okay.
for the year. But it's better to have the requests and the ideas, in the July, August timeframe, not the September timeframe, because we need to put them in and make sure that it fits in the budget. Because then, the later time is when we're deciding what has to go out of the budget to make it work.
Okay, so but you don't know a time frame as to when it's expected to, the lighting project and all of that, is that gonna be done within this next budget or another year down the road?
Ideally, it would go in the next budget. Ideally, it would go in this this construction season, but I don't,
Okay.
I can't guarantee that. Obviously, I met with an electrician this afternoon, so I don't have a final price on that.
Well, sounds like you got a lot of work to do in the
Yes.
next month.
Yes, we do. So,
Okay.
I'll get a hold of this company and see if we will check and see who their local representative is and
Sure.
see about coaching and if Joey gets, that way we can have some different pricing ideas.
Sure.
Okay.
Great. Okay, potential community day projects. So our task from the last meeting was that at each point in time, we did our park check to come up with a list of items for the community day that we could potentially do. And then try to compile those and have a list so we could set a date. I saw Mr. Hitz had graciously got that completed. I wish I could say the same for myself. I was so mesmerized by the swing that was hanging down like this that I just sent Bethany my email and I moved on. So I got an F for that I'll need to recircle back on that. But did anyone else have the opportunity to come up with items for the list? It is attached in here, isn't it? I saw that, yeah, back page.
I had pretty much come up with the same thing that Roger
Okay,
suggested on it.
okay, good.
I don't think there was anything else that he hadn't included on his.
So, do we feel like all of these are day projects? I guess that's a question so what's the community day? What does it look like? If this is what we're doing, then we would probably form some committees or some not committees, some groups that you could sign up for. For example, if you could sign up for painting or, it looks like we'll need to dig there or creates, well, could you explain number 2? I'm not quite following you on that one.
Oh, the southeast border, it's the old wood border at the park.
Okay,
The top 66s are deteriorating.
okay.
And it was mentioned
In the
in the
inspection.
inspection report also.
Okay.
And it just, basically, one's worse than the other, but, well, there's 2 short ones together and then another one over on the other direction. But you replace the 2 short 5-footers with a 10-footer, or an 8-foot, whatever, an 8-foot, yeah. There's 2 4-foot sections, just put 1 8-footer in there.
Okay. So that's a pretty straightforward. We just need to get some wood and pull the pins out, put some new ones in.
Yeah.
The brush seems like that we could use an army to do that
Yeah.
probably. I mean,
On both of those projects,
yeah,
Switzer and Wendish.
yeah. Rule sign, it's just paint crew. So we kind of got a paint crew, a brush crew, and a build crew. Small build crew since we only have a small project there. And we could, have everybody start at 1, go through and, get that done, or we could do the meet at the Windish and, get that one done, move on to Whit or Switzer. Or we could just say, have these all in different, pods where you could sign up for this park or this park. What do you guys think about trying to accomplish these things? I think we could add, in my opinion, we could add more things, but it might muddy the water of just having a community day to do something positive in the community. I like how simple it is. I mean, it's literally just those things, just kind of cleaning up, painting, and then it gets people out to the parks, which is great. You you get back, and then you buy in a little bit more too. I don't know, what do you guys think?
Sounds good to me. How are we going to let the community know though that we need their help?
Right. Well, I mean, you know, obviously we could do social media. We could do, you know, we could do some yard signs. Does the farmer's market have any kind of signs we could use that would kind of be, I don't know, we could temporarily have out for people to see that we're gonna sign up for a community day, or is there anything that we already have rather than buying new things where we could promote something like this?
They're a nonprofit, so Main Street's a nonprofit, so they spend their own money on their own signage.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you talk to them, you're more than welcome to
Borrow
probably be at the
something.
market and
Yeah.
have people sign up there. If you
Yeah.
want to do that, you have a place to get in contact with John Bear, the president, or Marty Umbarger, the vice president.
Yeah.
And
Set up their table,
Set up a table, yeah.
set at the table and set up.
get people to sign up for it, select a date so that we have that information so they know when it's gonna be.
Right,
And then,
probably the next thing.
because the market's every Wednesday night. So when did you have it on the agenda?
So as far as timing goes, I wonder what the best timing is to try to do some of this.
Would say a time when it's not really hot, we'll get more people here.
So
Just
more
to
of a
be
fall,
honest.
more of a fall, yeah.
Well, I was wondering, one to tie it in with the day of caring.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too, the United Way Day of Caring,
Yeah.
which I don't know what it is, but
And we may get some school kids to
Yeah.
help again too.
Get some extra help.
Well, what I mean is they have in the past, but last year due to COVID, they couldn't, didn't have it. So
Sure.
they may be wanting to come back again.
I know that folks at UIndy, that do a lot of stuff like that. My wife, we might be able to rope into some volunteers for a day like that. Some student volunteers.
2021 Day of Caring will be Friday, June 25th.
Oh my gosh, okay,
Who missed
well,
the
make
vote
it
on
that.
Oh,
I didn't remember it being in, so that.
so maybe they're not.
That's a good idea.
this year.
Oh, wait a minute, that's not our calendar. We try again. It's different potential days. It's usually on schools.
I don't know,
Sorry,
is there a
that-
different,
Every one.
Last time was during school.
yeah, we used, I think they did, I guess it was Marion County was in May. They've done it, they do Day of Caring all around their neighborhood, United Way.
I'm finding it's not updated, so. it doesn't-
They will carry it, Johnson County.
September 11th, 2018.
So maybe we circle back on that then. Let's research that.
Regardless, I agree with that. Maybe September.
Sounds like fall, yeah. Realistically. So maybe we could come back in another month and have that information. Really, it'd be. Yeah, I mean, that would work. We'd still have time, be July,
When does
get
the
people to
farmer's
sign up.
market end?
August. End of August.
It's
So we'd still have a little time to get volunteers.
We chose a September date, and then we could do several of the farmers market. And then we'll need a supplies list and have everything on hand. By the time we then name our own day, or, come up with a name for the day, and then maybe put yard signs out near the road so people who don't come to market can still be aware of it.
Put it on next door. Haven't seen any lately, but every now and then, everybody's hollering about something at the parks.
Okay. Well, sounds like we should maybe circle back on that,
I got a few more things
to add on to it.
to bring up, yeah.
Fire away.
One, the pergola, first pergola at the Woodley Park. One of the boards is off of it, laying on the ground beside it.
Oh,
Was laying there with screws up, and I flipped it over so the screws are down. But the Cuba 2 supports that hold it up. They were bad on that one, and then those are several others getting bad. Top board. I don't know, we want Brian to pick it up now, and he's out there for somebody.
Seems dangerous.
I'll let him know.
Yep, we'll let them know.
Another thing, is we done our backflow test yet? Or is that scheduled?
I can double check. It should be on a regular schedule.
Any updates on Kipart Park? Getting bids out?
Nothing new right now.
No. Circling back, we didn't do the minutes.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Minutes. Always something. All right, do we have a motion to approve the minutes for May 17th?
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor? Aye.
I've got some questions on the budget.
Okay.
On the budget report, on Department 000, non-departmental, shows that we're already $48,000 over budget on miscellaneous expense. Is that right, Julie? The budget is 170 and government is 210.
So that is the impact fee line item for expense. And we have encumbered what is planned for the entire project.
Oh, the covered is planned, not
Correct,
spent. Okay.
correct.
That's the same way on the other, down on
Same.
510, other professional services were at 191%.
Correct.
budget. That's,
Yeah, we encumbered the whole contract, but we are drawing down.
my
Against
concern,
that.
and you're probably watching it too, is make sure that we don't go over.
Yep, I review, this is one of the reports I review every month.
All right. Anything up on the budget? Well, very good. Anybody else have anything for the Parks Board?
Is there a picnic table at the Wet Park?
Picnic table at Witt Park. There is a picnic table,
No,
isn't there?
no,
There's
bench, okay.
Oh, there's no
It's just
table,
that
okay.
shade
It's
structure,
just the shelter with,
the shade
I
structure.
swore there was a picnic
I
table
saw-
over there, no?
You guys can just look to see maybe if there's a possibility to put one under that shade structure or move some of the benches around. Saw a family go over there that tried to eat and there was no place to sit to eat. So we can always, and the picnic tables over at, Windish, I'm sorry.
There's a bunch
My
of them.
mind, I'm thinking for Windish, there's 4 gathered in one little area, so, we could easily have the street department I'll let you guys look it over though and kind of decide, but I think having a picnic table under that structure might be a good idea.
Great idea.
One other possibility is that, Switzer, there's 2, and I don't know if they're used that much. You know, leave one there and take one to Whit.
Well, there's 4 that's pretty crowded at
Yeah.
Windish, so you might want to think about maybe just
Of
cutting
course,
it
I've
down
seen
to
them
3.
all full before too.
And I'm sure the street department would be happy to help us on that. But you guys just need to assess that and see if that would be an option to put that table. It might mean moving a bench out from under there, but
But a picnic table kind of serves the same purpose anyhow, so, yeah. Cool. Good observation, thank you. Anybody else? All right, do we have a motion to adjourn? In favor?